You're with John Molina Jr., the #1 junior welterweight contender. Will be taking on Terrence Crawford on December 10th in Omaha. Talk to us about the fight, my man.
Good fight. Very good fight. Intriguing fight. It's a fight that we've been going after. A lot of people didn't know that the fight with Ruslan was an actual title eliminator. So, yes, I was next in line for Terrence, whether it be now or when he was a mandatory. But it's a good fight. It just so happened that everything lined up the right way and this fight happened. So I commend Terrence for taking the fight. I commend his team for taking the fight, and we're going to give the fans a hell of a treat December 10th.
I've noticed there's a lot of mutual respect going into this fight. Terrence has spoke about you very fondly, and you in return.
Well, we're both professionals. It doesn't mean we're going to be best friends in the ring. In the ring, don't put it past you. We're going to fight. Look at me and Provodnikov. We didn't have any ill will towards each other,
right?
But we know what we're signed up to do. That's what the game. Life's too short to waste negative energy on everything else. So, come fight night, we're professionals. We know what we got to do, and there's going to be one man left standing. And that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, life's too short to focus on any negativity outside the ring.
How do you remain positive with such a big fight looming just a few weeks away? Less than 2 weeks away.
Who's counting?
10 days, yeah.
10 days, but who's counting? Really, it's what I do, man. It's what I do for a living. That's like asking a carpenter if he gets nervous before he builds some cabinets or something, you know what I mean? So, if I was nervous, every fighter gets nervous. If they tell you that they're not nervous, they're lying. But it's how you deal with it. I've been nervous since amateur days. That just tells you you're alive. But you just deal with it like this is my job, this is what I do for a living, it's how I feed my family, and I take it very serious.
Terrence Crawford has faced different styles over the years. What makes your style any different?
I don't think it's a style issue. I think it's just a heart and a will issue. I think that's what's the difference. And Terrence is a unique talent himself. I mean, he's undefeated for good reason, and he's highly touted for good reason. He's the goods, and we're in this game to beat the goods. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best, and right now he's the best. And it's like a one-stop shop. I don't get one belt, I get 3 belts. I get the WBC, I get the WBO, and I get the Ring Magazine, and I get universally recognized as the #1 junior welterweight in the world. To me, it's a one-stop shop, and I like that. It's an opportunity that people don't always get, but I have it now, so I got to take advantage of it.
This is your second world title shot. What goes through your mind knowing that you have to win these titles and get those titles around your waist?
You don't think too much into the hype. If you do, you're going to allow yourself to get out of your head and out of the game plan. Each fight is a fight. It's exactly what it is, and each man is different. I don't look at the fight as more pressure as any other fight, because if you do that, then you start not becoming yourself. You don't start doing the game plan that my trainers, Shadid, come out, implemented and want me to put out in the ring. So you got to just stay grounded, stay focused. No matter what you do, the fight's going to happen. So there's no way of, we got one more day. It's another fight, another day in the office.
You're a man that's known to be down on the scorecards at times, but then you have that equalizer, you have that power. Can that happen again against Terrence Crawford? But let's not forget, you began to box against Provodnikov, like I mentioned before. We saw you a couple of weeks ago, something I hadn't seen in years, and you showed that you can fight on the inside, you can fight on the outside, you can utilize a jab, you can use some footwork, lateral movement. I was shocked that I was able to see John Molina Jr. actually box again, not just be the power puncher.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of elements to my game, and we plan on unveiling that December 10th. Again, we like to keep our cards close to our chest. With that being said, you fight every fight different, and Provodnikov was you said down on the scorecards. I really didn't see myself ever down on the scorecards in that fight.
Well, not against Provodnikov.
But yeah, I think in recent time, I'm one of the most come from behind victors in recent times. And so, yeah, I mean, a fight's a fight. Anything can happen, man. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to Omaha to lose. That's for sure.
Terrence Crawford is known possibly to be pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. What do you have to do to become the victor that night?
Be myself. I gotta do what I've prepared to do, and that's win. There's no secret to hard work. You know, with my strength and conditioning coach, Michael Galvez, we've put in the work. We've done the time. With my trainers, Shadid and Kamal, we've done the time. You know, Shadid slapped the shit out of me on numerous occasions, and you know, to make sure that I'm up for the task, up for the job, and I'm prepared, man. I'm excited about the fight. I'm very excited about the fight. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I think the fans are really going to treat December 10th in itself is going to be a great night for boxing. I think you have Anthony Joshua fighting that night. You have myself fighting that night. You have Cuellar Mares fighting that night. You have you know, JRoc. You have Charlo, which is another intriguing fight. I mean, the fans are going to have to use their DVR or have a split screen going, because those are a lot of fights you don't want to miss. And then you have the intriguing fight with myself. You may have some people writing off this fight, but then you have the people that really know boxing are saying, that's a fight I want to watch.
You know, they have you as the underdog. How do you maintain that hunger through training?
As the underdog? Wait a minute, wait. Are you sure? You gotta check your typo again, because me as an underdog, I think you're completely mistaken. But with that being said, my whole career I've been an underdog. I've been a dog my whole career, and it doesn't bother me, man. I mean, come on. I think I went to Provodnikov's quote-unquote backyard with his promotional company, the Underdog, on his coming out party with Showtime, mind you, and did what I had to do. I went to Mickey Bay's hometown as the Underdog and did what I had to do. We'll keep it at that. I don't want to mention the other names, but we'll keep it at that. But with that being said, no, I mean, being the Underdog, that's just it in a nutshell. And I don't mind it, man. I'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. It don't matter. I'm in this game to fight. I'm not in this game to pick and choose.
You know, Bob Arum has plans for Terrence Crawford. He says he wants the Manny Pacquiao sweepstakes. Are you here to ruin those plans?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, but I'm pretty sure Provodnikov had plans for other fighters after as well. And I'm pretty sure Artie Palullo had other plans for... Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Showtime had other plans for Provodnikov. But guess what? That's why boxing is a beautiful sport, because it only takes one punch, one night of hard work, one fight to change everything. This is the unpredictable sport. So you can make all the plans you want till you're blue in the face. But as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing past December 10th.
Terrence Crawford has the hometown advantage. Is that a huge advantage for him?
I mean, I would love to fight in my hometown, but you know, no, I was out there in Omaha, and the fans, yes, they're Terrence Crawford fans, and I've said it before, but they're boxing fans, and I can appreciate boxing fans. I don't blame them for being Terrence Crawford fans. If we were fighting in LA, I guarantee you the house would be for me. So I don't mark the fans for that. I don't knock them for that. I'm glad they're there to get, you know, the boxing was brought back to Omaha. I think that's a beautiful thing. So, no, I don't think it's an advantage or a disadvantage. It's all about you and him in the ring. The fans are not going to be in the ring fighting for him. And I think when I show up there that night and the fans get the treat of a hell of a fight, at the end of the day, they're going to respect the fact that they're a boxing town. They're not just Terrence Crawford fans.
A few weeks ago, we sat down with you with the Fight Guys, and you spoke about Adrien Broner, and you apologized to the fans about that outing, about that fight. You didn't quite open up in that fight. Are you going to bring it to the fans on December 10th against Terrence Crawford?
Like I said, each fight's different and unique in its own way. I can't say yes or no because this is my first time being in the ring with Terrence Crawford. I don't want to say, oh, I'm gonna go out there and be way different than Adrien Broner. Of course, each fight is different. And I'm going to bring it that night. If you're asking if I'm going to bring it, yes, I'm going to bring it. We're prepared. We're prepared and we're ready for that fight. But again, you can't even compare Terrence Crawford and Adrien Broner. Every fighter is unique in their own way, and every fight's unique in its own way. But I'm excited about the fight with Terrence Crawford. I'm not excited. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
It's easy to say that this would be your signature win, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, every fight's my signature win. I mean, you could say Provodnikov was my signature win, or biggest win of my career. You know, at the point that I fought Mickey Bay, you can see that was the biggest win of my career or the biggest comeback of my career. So, like I said, every fight is special in its own right. If you look at one fight specifically and think that one fight's better than the other, then you're sorely mistaken and you're going to cheat yourself. But this fight's important. This fight is extremely important to me, to my legacy, to what I set out to do in my career. It's very important. You know, I don't take it lightly. I do not take it lightly, and I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good Christmas.
Let's talk about Cuellar Mares. How do you break down that fight?
That's a good fight, man. That is a really good fight. You got, personally, people don't know, when Cuellar first came here from Argentina, he was, hold on one second. I'm good, I don't need that right now. I'm warm. When Cuellar first came here, me and him were actually rooming together. Roommates.
Really?
And good guy. I gave him the nickname Small Soldier because he was a little dude, but he was a beast, man. He was a soldier. Literally, he was a soldier in the ring, and I seen him, and he came in, and I was impressed with his work ethic. Matter of fact, I would give him rides to the gym because we were together. We were rooming together, right next to each other. And then you got Adrien Broner, who's done some very unique and special things in the sport. So, and I'm friends with both guys. You know, may the best man win. I don't want to tell you who I think's going to win because, again, I'm friends with both the guys, and I want the best for both of them. I think it's going to be a fun fight for the fans. I think the fans are really going to enjoy that fight, and that card it's stacked up to be a spectacular card as well. So, great fight, a lot of action, and I don't believe you're going to the scorecards in that fight.
Is it when you were training with Robert Garcia that you were rooming? Yeah. So he used to be with Robert Garcia. Now he's with Freddie Roach. Is it an advantage for Robert to know some of his weaknesses and strengths?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can say it's an advantage, but at the end of the day, I hate using that word. At the end of the day, you know. Yeah. At the end of the day, no, really. You know, Robert's not going to fight with him in that ring.
Sure.
You could say the guy's going to do X, Y, and Z a million times over, but it's up to the guy that's in the ring to capitalize on it or not capitalize on it. Yeah, it's some sort of an advantage because there's no secret, but they have to fight each other, and they're going to fight each other. So if Abner and Robert are banking off the fact that they quote-unquote know Cuellar, they're going to be mistaken. I think they're too intelligent for that. They're not going to bank off that. And again, that fight is not going to go the 12 rounds.
You know, it was interesting. Robert said when the fight was canceled the first time against Adrien Broner and Cuellar, he wasn't too keen on taking him on because he felt the trainers that he had weren't going to have, or at least put together a good game plan. Now he's with Freddie Roach, and now he views the fight as a dangerous one. What do you think?
Robert is a smart guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows what he sees. He's been in the game. He's a world champion. He's had many of world champions. And he's been around, arguably one of the best guys from what I heard, you know, Fernando Vargas was one of the best young amateurs ever to put on a pair of gloves. And I mean, look what the guy did in his career at 23 years old. By the time he was 23, he fought Trinidad and De La Hoya and put on very memorable fights in both. Mm-hmm. So the guy's been around the game, is what I'm getting at. And he knows what he sees, and he knows what he's doing. I think he's going to have Abner sharp and ready to go for that night. As Freddie Roach, I think he's going to have Cuellar sharp and ready to go for that night. But man, that's an intriguing fight, man. It's a close fight, and I keep saying it. It's not going to go to the cards.
Last question: Charlo versus JRoc. How's that fight playing out? Remember, that's the co-feature. It's on the undercard.
That could be.
I'll be there.
That could be a main event in itself.
We're actually getting there early.
I think
to talk about your fight.
I think there's going to be a crowning of a new champion that night, and that's not taking anything away from Charlo. I think Charlo, they can fight their tail off, but I think JRoc could fight as well.
He's got a good trainer too, Stephen Edwards.
Great trainer, great fighter, and I think he's ready. He's ready. There's a reason why this fight was made. No, I don't want to say there's a reason why the fight was made. It's a competitive fight. It's not an easy fight for both guys. But if I'm a betting man, I'm betting JRoc for the win. And I don't even know if that's an upset or not.
I don't know
if that's an upset, but a very, very competitive fight. Very good fight. I just think Julian, it's been a long time coming for him to be crowned a champion.
It's an interesting fight.
Interesting fight. And very close fight. But if I'm siding with one, I think JRoc's got it. I hope Charlo don't get mad at me for saying that, but you know, I think Julian's got it.
I got a bonus question here. John, we all want to know what's going on with the glasses.
Yeah, you and all the fans. I love it. You know, I think my wife, she gets a kick out of what the fans say on social media. Talking about, I think one guy says, I don't like John Molina because of his sideburns or lack thereof. I don't like John Molina because of his glasses. They're white tiger, okay? They're not zebra. And no, man, I find the humor in it. It's funny to see what people say, and it doesn't bother me one way or the other. Do I spend time and look at it? Yeah, but for the sheer fact of the humor, and it's entertaining. It helps me get through those nights when we're in camp busting our tail, and I look at some of the comments of some of the couch quarterbacks, if you will, say from anything from Count Chocula to Alf to Gonzo to Sideburns to Andrew Dice Clay with my glasses. So it's funny, man. I enjoy it, but I didn't get them at Claire's. They're actually Spy.
There it is. Any final words, John?
Tune in December 10th, man. I know you guys have to pick and choose on which fight to see, but you're not going to want to miss this fight with me and Terrence Crawford. He's a unique special champion, and I'm a unique special fighter in itself. So it's going to be a hell of a fight that night.
Always a pleasure, John. Can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you.